Is the damn thing working?
I mean, I hear you. Is it
You
working?
you hear me? Does anyone else hear me? See, that's the
Are we
issue.
live?
Did we do the thing,
I
or
did
did
not.
the thing get us?
I think it got us because I don't see it changing whatsoever, and I do not see the.
What? What?
Oh, they said they hear us.
They wait. People are there,
Oh yeah.
so we didn't screw up again this week like we did last week.
I don't know. It says it's room echoing.
Which room? Yours or mine?
Probably mine. I was one having the mic issue.
You were. You
Oh,
were.
the chickens. I don't hear no chickens.
I hear a cuckoo bird.
I hear the cuckoo clock from Germany.
Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. So, thank you, one and all in one, everyone that's here. We appreciate you. It is the Poor Brothers Decisions podcast. It has been a week. I have been working as if I was 25 again all week, and it's starting to catch up to me. So, uh, I am drinking maple to get me a little bit of sugar. I am also drinking a shit ton of water, which is what's in that, to continue to stay hydrated so you don't just watch me take a nap while we're in the middle of the show. Because, brother, I'm telling you, I have been busting my ass this week. Uh,
Uh,
my mic sounds like it's very far.
yep.
Well, that's not good. That is not good at all. Let me see something here.
You should have seen the pause before we went live.
Oh, and it wasn't even on my end.
What about that mic?
That works good. That's way better. I can hear the difference in that.
You can hear the difference in that? Okay.
Yeah, you're definitely like right there now.
What does a chat sound like? Well, since O'Neill is the farthest one away from us, let's ask him. Oh,
much better.
He's the farthest one away. And we're across the big expanse called the Atlantic. All right.
Can you guys see us?
What do you mean, see us?
Because obviously I look at the chat on both ends, and I also have the YouTube up, but I don't see us on the screen. All I see is our episode 39 with the flock cameras. And
hey, I can see us. I have us pulled up.
Oh.
And I can see us.
Okay.
It's kind of weird that we are delayed.
Well, we're always delayed. Oh, there it is.
Oh, you see it now?
Yep, it just had to refresh. You know, the little button that's got the little...
one of them things. Okay. Well,
thanks for the intro, bud, and the outro. Love it.
Intro, outro. The website, the freaking... Yeah, when he was down here a couple of weeks back, I'm telling you, it was amazing being able to sit and watch him do a bunch of shit and watch him work. Personally, it's above me, and it might take me a long time to learn what he's picked up in a very short period of time. By the way, self-taught, and this is what he's been able to do.
Yes.
So just keep that in mind. If you do need anything, please come on over to mrzmedia.com/poorbrothers, PBD, and jump on there. And if you need something from him, put it in the request, and we'll get you guys hooked up. And that way you guys can, get a website, get an intro, get an outro, whatever it is. Thank you again for everyone that has shown up. I can tell you right off the get-go. This morning, I jumped on just to take a look at a couple of things, which is how I set up the majority of the stream this morning. And we had, you know, like 118 subscribers. And then right before jumping on now, I just happened to take a quick peek and we're sitting at like 122, 124. So just in the last, 24 hours, we've jumped a little bit. And I am, what? Hoopy Star wants to arm wrestle Mr. 3?
Anytime you're ready and willing.
Look, I'm telling you,
that frog needs to jump.
Mr. 3 and I have done this on many occasions, and I will tell you it's not an easy feat to make sure that I stay vertical sometimes, because the little shit's strong. And he does a lot of stuff with cars, so I'm having to pull out some of that old man shit to make sure I stay vertical.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to start pulling out some old man shit, which is going back to my roots and stop using the electric shit.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's exactly what it is.
Because I can't afford the electric shit. I've been using the manual stuff while I'm working on the pumps and stuff that I've been working on.
In order to keep things moving and going as fast as I can, I got to have the electric shit. But
no, I
might have to slow back down and start doing some wrenching. Bring Popeye's arms back in.
I'll tell you, someone that I hate fucking arm wrestling to this day is Pops, because I'm telling you, my shoulder and my elbow are fucking sore afterward.
By the way, I'm having a whiskey sour with my bootlegger bourbon.
Nice. Okay.
So
I'm doing a maple drip. If that maple drip happens to go to the wayside, it will be Eagle Rare.
Oh, did you see that?
What's that? Oh, Pops wants to get in on it.
No. I give. I give.
Mom
Uncle?
Mom might want him to get in on it. That way she can go get a margarita or something for a minute.
No, I'm okay right now. I don't need a nutter butter cheesecake.
Oh, what? Nutter butter? Ooh, that sounds.
It's brand new, fresh. She just made it. Both her
really
and the kid. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I've been getting spoiled this week by getting fresh bread.
Yeah.
Fresh Italian herb bread.
Yeah.
Fresh jalapenos. Man, I'm loving it.
I showed you the tomatoes from yesterday. I popped after we got off. I wasn't thinking, and I just popped one back. And holy shit, that's juicy. Yeah, garden tomatoes is so much different than what you get at the grocery store.
So are the jalapenos, bud.
Oh God, yeah,
they're crazy good.
I got that pepper. I'm waiting for it to turn so I can chop that up and put it in my eggs. Real quick before we get too far into this and forget to do what we normally do, people in the chat, take it away.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
I need to drink a little bit.
Well, I guess I'm going to welcome in everybody tonight, starting with Pops. Thanks for joining. Mom's probably sitting right next to you. O'Neill the Welshman, thanks again for joining us. We really appreciate it. Michelle Shock. We got Yo Mama's in the house and Michelle Shock, which I just said. There was another one I was just looking at, and I just.
Yep, Pops.
O'Neill the Welshman.
There was someone else. Hoopy Star, Yo Mama.
Hoopy Star. That's what we got right now.
At least the ones that have been chatting with us.
Yeah.
We can't see the people out there that are.
Aces is in.
Yep.
Seen that just now?
I'm trying to remember. See, I can't remember all the
commands.
Yeah,
I don't remember either. It's going to take some time.
Is that right? I probably spelled commands wrong. I'm so tired, brother. I'm telling you.
I think
Hey,
it's
Hoopy, I need your help.
I think it's exclamation point and then commands will get you all of the commands that you can do.
My spelling, I put commands. It's
Oh.
not working.
We always have lurkers. That's good.
Ah, you're doing it right. It's not working. Okay. All right.
Uh-oh.
So, Hoopy solved that. I thought I broke something again. Maybe I did break it. That's why it's not working. Either way, Aces, Aces STEM Criminals. Ace, we appreciate you coming in. If you get a second, go see Ace. He is there dealing with Karens and Chads and all sorts of. Ooh, I think he fixed it. He deals with a bunch of people. Our friend Maria from back in the day, she's in the chat right now.
Oh, hey.
I don't think she's in the chat, but it says that she's watching.
Oh.
Let me see here.
It's been a long time,
huh? Let's see here. Let's see. You can see us online with you, but we did the TV. Oh, okay. I get it. So they're watching it on the big screen. So I think they got popcorn and dinner, and they're making a movie night out of it. So
cool.
They're going to get real bored, or they're going to play a drinking game and get really shit-faced watching us. So
both aren't bad.
No, either one's going to be a good night, I'll tell you.
You had a busy week. I had a busy week.
Yes. So let me give you a rundown on my week. I had decided that I wanted to clean up the garage a little bit. And I got me a 20-yard dumpster. And I parked that some bitch right outside the garage doors. And I have been just going through just dumping stuff. Just dumping, like, I don't need this. I don't need it. And some stuff I'm looking at going, and getting rid of it. And it's a 20-yard dumpster. And I put a big dent in that. I put a bunch of stuff in there. And the big reason for that was I got me a toy, and I'll talk with you a little bit after the show on this, so that we'll do this. But anyway, I'm going to put it in the garage, and because it needs ventilation, and we're gonna put some stuff together and whatnot, and see how that goes, and hopefully it does good. But in doing so, I've been going through just trashing a bunch of stuff, resetting up the garage, move around really easy in there now. I gotta get electrical cords put into where they need to be at, so I got some lighting where it needs to be at. LD came over on Monday. Came over on Monday, helped me out for a bit with that, and it was a good time spending a good afternoon with him, evening. And then after that, during the week, just been really early, like on Tuesday. Just to give you an example, I got up at, I don't know, something like 4 a.m, and I was supposed to be home by 5 o'clock at night, and didn't get home until after 8. And didn't get to sleep. And then on Wednesday, ended up working really late again, having to get up really early Thursday morning, ended up working late Thursday, and then worked real late Friday. And this morning, it's payroll, so I got to make sure, people get paid, because that's the kind of boss I am. I want to make sure that my people get paid. Got up again, really ass crack early, sometime around 4:30, 5 o'clock. Got in, did what I needed to do to make sure everyone got paid, did a couple other things, grab some breakfast from the Waffle House. And for those of you that don't know what Waffle House is, if you ever get the chance, go ahead and do it. Those of you who do know what Waffle House is, you know exactly why I picked this morning to get Waffle House. Because some days it just hits. It hits right. And then after that, ended up over at the your mama's place and was pressure washing all afternoon. And I'll tell you, that pressure washer I got, it ain't been started in about a year.
Give you a little trouble, did it?
Yeah, it did. And I got me a nice little I don't know if you can see that right there.
Rope burn? Blister?
Well,
For
it
pulling?
was a blister. Anyway, I'll tell you that I'm like, hey, look, I just need a bandage so that I can, keep it from getting all dirty and whatnot. And Katie's head comes walking out. She's got the Band-Aid and she's got the towelette and she's got the little antiseptic wipe deal, and she's got the little Neosporin and everything. And I went, all right, and I just wipe it off with the towelette, and I grab the antiseptic, and I run that. I don't know the last time that I've had something do that to me where I went and had to bite my tongue because I was about to curse like from pain like that. And I've had blisters. They don't bother. I put alcohol, rubbing like 97% alcohol on open wounds before, and it doesn't bother me. That little guy right there pissed me off something fierce.
Them little phalanges, man, when they get messed up, it's a little hurty.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I get it.
And then got the Band-Aid on it, and about 20 minutes later, because I'm dealing with the pressure washer, Band-Aid just falls off. I should have had her bring me some electrical tape or some medical tape or something. Yeah, exactly. And
so random, but I have some. Duct tape. That's 200-mile-an-hour tape right there.
Yep.
Well, wait, was that black or gray?
Oh, that's black.
Oh, that's probably 250 then.
So, needless to say, I got home and I texted you and said, hey, look, it's going to be close because I needed to shower for my own benefit, and I'm afraid that it would have come across the interwebs and you guys would have smelled me. I definitely needed it. But yeah, that's been my week. So I got a feeling that tonight, when I finally put my head to a pillow, I'm going to be cutting down the rainforest. So did my Waffle House have the new breakfast tacos? My Waffle House did not have the new breakfast tacos that I remember seeing. I looked at their menu. I didn't see any of that. So if they did, it was a specialty item on some other menu.
Mama T99's in the house. Say hey to sis.
Hey, sis. Where's she at?
She's up the line a little bit, but she said, hey, guys.
Oh, okay. Yes, Katie Zed will be doing her game night this evening starting at 8 o'clock. So if you guys get done with us or decide you guys want to early from us, head on over that way and join her game night. They do a little bit of drinking and they have a little bit of fun on that. Yeah. As far as everything else is going, we really appreciate you guys hitting that like, hitting the share, and subscribing. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to that 500 before the rules change and it goes drastically up. But if we can hit the 500, it'll all be because of you guys, and we really appreciate it. So, what about your week, sir? I think I've gone on long enough about my shenanigans.
Oh, it's been a pretty crazy week, hectic-wise, but also just people-wise. One particular person, he's earned the right of somebody else that we know. So I won't get too far into that. But other than that, it's been a busy week trying to get troubled cars and figure out troubled cars and things of that nature. So
Now today you went on a little escapade.
I did.
It sounds like, was that a fun escapade, or was that a
It is.
I need to get something done escapade?
No, this was it was kind of a last minute ordeal. I gotta see if I can even read this. We did a charity ride today,
Oh, really?
so not really a charity ride, but it's a ride that gets done once a year, and this will be a ride that I get to go on again, and I will do again. It's Grace House something alive. But anyways, I don't know a whole lot about it. I know it's a dream that somebody had before he passed, and the family and friends of other people brought it to fruition fully, and they are doing it in his honor. And it's basically what it is. It's obviously living in West Virginia. If you don't know, most people do know. But if you don't, this place is riddled with heavy drug abuse.
Grace House Recovery Alive?
Yes, that one.
Okay. I am.
I couldn't remember the recovery part of it.
Oh no, you're good. I wanted to pull it up and see if they had like a website or something that I can maybe possibly throw in the chat. I don't know if it'll let me.
But they do this ride, and they do side by sides, and they do a motorcycle ride. And you have 5 different stops.
What about your Can-Am? Does that count?
That's a side by side, yeah.
Okay, I wanted to make sure it worked. That counted. That's kind of cool.
Yep. So it was first big ride I've ever done.
Pops is over here.
Yeah, I know.
Clowning on you.
You know, it is what it is. We all get old, don't we?
I wear them.
I try not to unless I have to read something small. But so yeah,
you have to go to the bathroom.
That too, for sure. So, we showed up at 9. The ride started at 10, and I think we were done at 3 o'clock. So it was cool.
Nice.
Yeah. I have to go out and look on the Can-Am and see how many miles it was, but I don't think it was like crazy huge in the miles, like 40, 50 miles, something like that. But, you know, when you got 10, 12 Can-Ams, I think there was 12 on this ride. Yeah. And then you got 5 or 6 motorcycles. The motorcycles go on asphalt and do their thing, and then the side-by-sides get to do some asphalt and then a lot of dirt roads. And
nice.
One of the last places that we stopped. So you start out in this place, and then you go to 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the last place is the place that you start at. In each place that you go, you get to roll dice, and they have a first, second, third prize winner for the dice. I didn't get any of them. I was close. I was close to having the highest roll. I was 4 off. But so no, it was fun. They give you a chip with the Grace Recovery Alive chip and stuff. So that was a really cool and fun thing to do today, and it was neat. It was nice.
Are they only in West Virginia that they do this, or do they travel? Because there's a couple of Grace houses, but this looks to be very specific to your area.
I think it's this particular one is just specific for our area.
Okay.
I don't know how widespread they got. I didn't, like I said, it's the first time I honestly, it's the first time I've ever been out on a ride in the Can-Am with anybody.
Yeah.
For any extended period of time. So it was neat because, I know the money's going to go to a good place. So
I know Pops used to do the it was a motorcycle ride for kids with brain cancer, I think. Pops, you'll have to put that in. I can't remember
he'll
what it
chime
was.
in, yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, he
but
used to do that.
he used to do that, and I always wanted to do something like that as well. I've done other stuff with running races and stuff like that with the military and stuff like that,
Boy,
but I haven't really.
He did that for years.
Yeah, uh, something to do with Ride for Kids, maybe, is that what it's called? I don't remember off the top of my head. I know that when he was doing it, I was doing a lot of stuff overseas and whatnot, and uh, but we used to do a lot of runs. We used to do a lot of charity type stuff, in the military, and I've done a couple of charity type stuff outside, but actually doing a ride or whatnot, um, I'd like to do that as well. Uh, Maybe if I ever get the opportunity to get my Spider, or not my Riker or my F3, maybe I can do something like that. But we'll see how that goes.
So other than that, the only other thing I had that happened this week that was kind of a huge bummer was I actually had to call I had to call somebody for my well because I just don't know too much about it.
Yeah.
And they came out and they gave me some good news, but then not so good news. It seems
So
like
they hit you with the good news first, didn't they?
I don't know because I was at work, and then I happened to go on a test drive a vehicle, and they were here wrapping up what they were doing. So I went ahead and stopped by here and talked to them for a few minutes before continuing on my test drive. But
Yeah.
So $752 later, I'm back up and running.
Yeah.
So my pressure tank that's below my house went kaput.
Oh no.
So my water pressure was going up and down and up and down and up and down. Which talking to the guys made a lot of sense on why my pressure was doing that, and it was because my pump was doing all the work instead of the pump pumping the pressure tank up, and then the pressure tank actually holding the pressure
To get it back into the house.
to deliver it to the house. And then as that started to deplete, then the pump could kick on and keep up putting pressure back in. So the pressure tank didn't rot out or get full of water, just the bladder inside of it, the air bladder, which when aired up to a certain psi keeps the pressure.
So were they able to fix that, or did they have to replace it?
No, it was a $461 tank. So no. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've seen them more expensive than that.
Oh yeah.
But no, that's definitely a hateful situation.
Well, I think in the grand scheme of things, that's probably one of the best case scenarios, really, because they went out and looked at my well, as far as the I'm not even sure what you would really call it. I guess the shaft that goes down into the well.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pipe that comes up, obviously, because the motor's at the bottom, and the well motor pushes the water up and then connects to a pipe, and then the pipe goes over to the house. They said that from what they can see and from what they can tell, there's absolutely zero leaks on my system. And they said the reason that it is always wet around there is because they think that just up the hillside there is a natural water spring.
Oh.
So I'm getting
natural water into your well.
Yeah, and they say my well is probably about 200 to 250, maybe 300 feet down.
Wow.
So, and I know that this well has been here since the house has been here. So that's been since '93.
Nice. So, and your well's getting replenished. It sounds like.
Yeah. I mean, I would think that it would be, because I wouldn't think it would last this long if it wasn't getting replenished.
No, I
So
meant from up the hill coming down. Yeah.
if
On top of that, yeah.
if that's truly what it is, or if there's a freshwater spring nearby or right above, and it's coming down and it's keeping everything wet, then yeah. So,
Nice.
but now I could take a shower and I don't have to worry about playing the shower dance, going in and out of the cold.
Cold
So
and hot.
back
cold
to
and hot.
Yeah, going back to the warm. So,
So for me, it's never bothered me when it dips like that, because it never gets cold enough long enough for it to bother me. KDZ though, it drives her absolute batshit crazy, and I have to make a very conscious effort not to start the laundry, start the dishes, or whatever. Because I'm like, oh, I'm just going to do this. She's taking a shower. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to do this. And I got to remember, don't touch the water. Don't touch the water. For me, it doesn't bother me. It's like, do whatever you got to do. It's like, I'll wait to do the laundry. It's like, you don't have to.
yeah.
Go ahead, do what you got to do. For me, it doesn't matter.
So I still have a little bit. I shouldn't say that.
Apparently, Jazzy's in New Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. So O'Neill says that you get replenished twice. Seepage and then the downhill flow. So that's kind of cool. Do you know if you use a ram pump or a power-driven pump?
I don't know the first thing about this. None of the stuff for the well was actually disclosed to us when we bought the house. It was kind of one of those, it worked, and it just is.
I'm just going to run with it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then because I think, in all honesty, I think the wife and I are probably the third owners of this house. If I am putting everything together right.
Cool.
So, I mean, and we may be the fourth, but I don't know. I just know that, and I don't know, like I said, I don't know much about wells, but I still have that fluctuation. So I know back home when we were living on city water and all that, you could run a shower and then go in and somebody might flush a toilet or somebody might start the dishes or something like that. And it might drop for like a half second or two, and then it would be right back up and you'd be fine. Here, you can't do that. Not in this house. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if that's just because it's a well thing or if it's just because somewhere under the house or somewhere there might be a place for me to just go and tweak up the pressure just a little bit more.
Maybe.
So I'll have to do some research on that. But
O'Neill might know. he seems to know a lot about wells. You know who else who might know a little bit about wells? Pops.
Yeah.
Now I know it's been like 50 years since he's dove into the wells thing, but he might know and remember something from back then.
Oh, and that was the other thing that Pop helped me out on earlier this week, at the beginning of the week. We had a storm cold come through here, and I didn't really think anything of it because it wasn't that big of a deal, at least in my mind.
Yeah.
But for a couple of days, I didn't have AC.
Okay.
I would turn on the lights, and some lights would turn on absolutely normal. And what's even weirder is if I came down to the hallway here and I turned the lights on there. Now, those are just LED lights. They would literally do this. Yeah.
LEDs do that?
Apparently, because it started off really dim and then it just went.
Okay. Well, that sounds like there is a definite electrical issue. Did you have a leg out?
I did have a leg out.
Okay.
As it turned out. So I couldn't figure out whether it was on my end or whether it was on the city end, right?
Usually it's on the city end.
So the wife had checked on the power company side, and there was some outages, but so we went the first day and nothing happened, and then the second day, she was making phone calls, and anyways, Dad had showed me how to actually safely test the legs on the power, the box.
Right.
So on one side, I was getting 138, which was perfectly normal, but on the other side, I was only getting 112.
Yeah.
And
So the house is on a 2-phase, right?
well, it's 220, so yeah, 240, whatever, 240. But yeah, there's.
Are you on 3-phase or 2-phase on your house? I know the businesses I've been working with, they're on 3-phase and they're way bigger. But
most of your city housing is all just 2-phase. It's 240. So you got 2 legs that come in, and that's it. So 120 each.
120 each.
Yeah.
You had 130 on one and 112 on the other, and
I had 138 on one, and then I had 112 on the other.
And that's fine. As far as the 138 side goes.
Well, and I think there might have been a little bit of a problem there, because that seemed to me once you put both of those legs together to get your 240, I was at my 240 mark. But I couldn't turn on a microwave, a dishwasher, or the AC. The AC would kick on, but everything in the house went super dull, and the AC would just run at like a snail speed. Like it was on, but it was like, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
You ain't got enough juice for me. So, anyways, the power company came by and they went, "Yep, you've got a neutral out." So he went up the pole and he fixed the one neutral. Then he went over to the other neutral and said, "That's just we're going to make sure that one's good, and you should be good to go." And so far, I've had.
Did you retest both of them to see what you're sitting at?
I haven't yet. That's where I'm at.
I'm kind of curious to find out if you're still at the 138 on the one, or if it come back down and levels out.
I would imagine, because he's probably got them both reconnected and fresh connectors and stuff, that it's probably pretty nice. I don't know what happened. I don't know if something just fell down and knocked the one leg partially loose or what, but I was struggling.
I know that when we have a leg go out at the business, it's usually the fuse just blows. And with it being a 3-phase, and we're dealing with 440 coming into the business, it can wipe out half the damn business without even thinking twice. And you're like, okay, cool. Oh, yeah. Everything else is up and running. You got lights and everything, but you're like, none of the machinery is working. I've actually had to where the actual machinery was working, but none of the computers that talk to the machine were working.
Oh boy!
So it's like,
now what?
It's like, damn. But yeah,
it's been a pretty wild week.
Yeah. I can also tell you that people are getting really pissed off at Flock.
Oh.
Apparently some guy in Ohio, I don't know if you've seen this.
I might have.
He was standing in front of a judge for a grand jury and to get indicted for destroying a Flock camera system.
And the jury wouldn't do it.
And the jury said, jury nullification. And wouldn't do it and let him go. And it's like, oh, okay. People are getting really, really serious about their Fourth Amendment.
As they should.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one of those things. It's keep an eye out on it. I know that the other last couple of weeks, we've been talking about the other companies, and I actually happened to find a list of other companies. And then as soon as I find this other list, I got a little video and they all popped up on it. I was like, huh, isn't that just a coinky dink and a half? But
Everybody's watching.
Yep.
Even the computers. No matter if you say something out loud, it'll be on your phone, it'll be on your computer, it'll be whatever you're watching.
Yeah. So here's the outside of Flock. Okay. Obviously, Flock is the one that is right in everyone's face right now. Okay. And it's very recognizable. And some of the others are not as recognizable, but these are the other ones that are out there. We talked about Axon. Okay. And
Police department's big on that one.
Someone was saying that they are the same as the police cameras that they wear for their body cams.
Yep.
Okay. I was under the assumption it was a different company. It very well could be the same company. So I'm not saying yes or no on that, but
I read somewhere that it is actually who they are using is Axon.
Okay. Another one is called Reason, Reason, Reason. That is another company that's got surveillance on all of us. Motorola Solutions. They've got their own cameras out there. And they're divvying them up for different people to use and stuff like that.
But hasn't Motorola had their cameras out forever? Because haven't they been using them for the traffic cams for like the news, so the news could do?
Yeah, and they've been doing their little updates, and they've been doing other, I'm going to add this, I'm going to add that. Okay. Paladin, we've talked about that one before. That was another one. Skydio, Skydio, that's another one that is out there doing surveillance on us. Okay. And then
I thought you were going to say Skynet.
I think that's what's going to end up. They're all going to get together and they're all going to become Skynet. And then the other one's called Brink, Brinc, Brink. And these companies are the big players. Now there's a bunch of smaller ones that are out there. And I know that there's a couple of them that got merged in with some of the bigger players, but these are the bigger players that are out there. Motorola has been doing a lot of the, like O'Neill says here, the traffic monitoring and stuff like that. They've been doing like border checks, stuff like that as well. And then a lot of the other players are doing very similar stuff. And they're all trying to get their piece of the pie. And yes, they are, and probably even started off as a network of keeping people safe to deter crime, to be able to track crime. But there becomes a point, and we've discussed this before, where when you step across that boundary of, we're going to watch everything everyone does all the time, that's not cool, man. That's not what we signed up for. That's why we have police, to get out there, do legwork, and,
Well, and look at where they keep putting all these stupid cameras at.
They're not even putting them in places that make sense.
No, they're putting them in. Well, this is what makes me think that they're watching people.
Mm-hmm.
They put them in front of gun ranges.
They put them in front of cannabis stores.
They're putting them all over the place. That don't make sense. They're putting them in parks where they're not even actually looking at traffic or anything.
Correct.
Why in the hell do you need to put cameras in a park setting?
Why is there a flat camera pointed at some lady's window when she lives in a
apartment building? I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Why is it pointed at her window? It's not even pointed at the street. That makes no damn sense.
Nope. And then literally right across the street on the corner was another camera.
I actually saw today or yesterday. Today. I think it was today. Could have been yesterday. It's been a really long couple of days.
I hate the fact
2 flock cameras on top of each other, looking the same direction. And one of them looked slightly different than the other. And it had 2 of the little solar panels. So it was obvious that one went to one went to the other. It was 2 cameras facing the same direction, and they were slightly different from each other. And I'm going, why? And they're getting upgrades. They're getting upgrades.
you know,
Yeah, O'Neill, why? What do you think about the cameras in the parks?
I think it's bullshit. I honestly swear to God. And they're going to claim straight up and down that it's for the protection of the people and whatever. But dude, there are kids there, period.
Yep.
And you don't have my permission, especially if I'm a dad, which I didn't want to be a dad, and I was not graced with having a child. I now have a grown child that I love dearly, but I would be in jail because I wouldn't tolerate that shit. I wouldn't tolerate 90% of the shit that's going on right now. So
those who give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. And that was from Benjamin Franklin over 200 years ago. Now, here's the kicker of that, okay? We're not giving up our essential liberty for a little bit of safety. They're just putting that out there, and we have no say in it.
that's right.
It's
another way for the government to also circumvent the system.
Yeah. See,
they don't have to have a search warrant.
It would be completely different if we elected to say, hey, look, we want this, that, and the other.
What?
I need your liquor.
Oh.
Well, stick out your tongue, damn it.
You hear?
No,
He said, stick out my tongue.
listen. That's the wrong streaming service for that.
Oh. Does Poor Brothers have an OnlyFans?
Poor sisters.
The double in here.
So, going back to what we were talking about, it would be one thing if we said, hey, look, we want to have the cameras. We want them.
Yeah.
And we're giving it up. Do we deserve to have the safety and the liberty? No. But we've elected to do it that way. None of us are electing to do it that way. And this is something that, goodness Lord, that's loud.
There you
Thank you.
I guess that's payback for the comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. But
she did learn from us.
That's true. So again, if we wanted to do it that way and we elected to put those in ourselves, that's one thing. But to have it forced upon us is absolute BS. And
absolutely.
On top of that, you're going to have politicians, okay, that want power. That's all they want. They just want power, and they want to stay in position for as long as possible, trying not to get voted out, trying not to get, kicked out of office or anything crazy like that, right? The biggest concern that I have taking the politicians out of it, is big government in general. Okay. The government is supposed to be
For the people.
for the people to protect us from outside entities. We have local government for local issues. We have state government for state issues. Federal government is for outside entities, and we're protecting our rights within our country and keeping the foreign players at bay. That's what it's for. The problem is these cameras that are being put up everywhere are being utilized not only by local, state, but they're also being utilized by feds.
It's a cross-country deal.
They're spying on us internally. Why?
Yep.
Okay. Why are they gathering all this information? Now, I'm going to go off script a little bit here. And when COVID hit worldwide, I said from the get-go, when they started making us wear masks, said it has nothing to do with the mask. What they're doing is they are utilizing the masks to help them with their facial recognition.
I agree with that because
It came out later that someone went, hey, since everyone's wearing a mask, we're going to utilize this time to get on the facial recognition and kind of up that ante a little bit so we know who's who, even if they are wearing a mask.
yeah, I mean, the only way that you're going to get away with it is if you have a full face mask or if you have a partial mask and you have special sunglasses that
It has to. They can't see any part of your face. That's what you need. Okay, if they can see your eyes, if they can see your eyebrows, your nose, even that little bit, they can start putting together. And
things.
and they'll use other cameras and other. They were just doing data collection on all things face at that point. So, yeah. It's actually nuts, the information that was gathered during COVID and the amount of liberties that the people just gave up. Like, oh, okay, 6 feet apart. Okay, cool. Oh,
Yeah,
I got to wear a mask now. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I didn't do any of that shit.
Yeah, it's like now, if I wanted to go into a location, a store, and they had it posted, please, stand this far apart, wear a mask, whatnot. Okay, fine. Okay. It is a private business. I want to go into that private business. I'm going to adhere to their request of, wearing the mask or whatnot. If I didn't feel like it, if I didn't feel like wearing the mask, guess what? I'm going to go elsewhere.
That was me 99.9% of the time. I'll
Correct.
be honest with you.
There's
Unless
only
I absolutely had to be inside that building, and then they wouldn't let me in without having the mask. But
Yeah.
I had to be in there. I respected that situation long enough to just get in, get what I needed, get the hell out.
correct.
But if I had to go into Home Depot, or if I had to go into Walmart, if I had to go here, or if I had to go anywhere basic,
Yeah.
day-to-day stuff, if I couldn't go in freely, I just didn't go.
Correct.
Did not earn my business.
Absolutely. It's like, no, I'll go spend my money elsewhere. I can buy what I need to buy. If I don't need it right now, I can buy it somewhere else.
Nope, I didn't get the jab.
Fuck no.
Nope.
Hell no. I know people that have. Nothing against it. If you wanted to get it, that is your choice. Okay, I'm not going to hold that against you. What is the difference between Flock taking a pic every few feet and the fact that police are required to get a warrant for cell tower pings? Okay, so here's the thing. With the Flock cameras, the police are supposed to request the data and have probable cause and put case identifiers. Okay, so a case number or something like that. When they're looking for it, they're supposed to put that information in there. What were they doing?
Circumventing it somehow. I know they were because I heard
They that's exactly what they were circumventing it by putting in routine lookup, or I'm looking for this type of vehicle, and they were keeping it vague enough to where you wouldn't have a specific case or
and a
anything
lot
like
of those guys weren't even putting their names on it.
Correct. Somehow they were
and gals.
Somehow they were actually able to bypass that, and I don't know how they were able to.
Well,
but they were.
They didn't have strict enough regulations on it, is what it was.
Right. Well,
and now on top of that, not only we're dealing with the government doing this, but they've also got a back door that people have found out how to get into, and now there are other people that could get in and do this shit.
If you or
whether it's good or bad,
if you or I were to sit down,
find this back door, where would
we could do it? We could do it right here, right now.
Yeah, but where would we wind up going?
Oh, they'd have all sorts of weird stuff on us, knocking on our door and shit like that. Okay. Mm-hmm. The Supreme Court did put in, a deal where, because at one point the police were just taking random grabs from cell phone towers and stuff, like Pop was kind of mentioning here, and going, hey, you can't just do a blanket look off the cell phone towers and go ham on it. You actually have to have this, that, or the other, because that is against people's Fourth Amendment rights. You can't just have a blanket open deal. And I can't remember the exact verbiage that they used, but it was, you can't just have it open. Like if you're looking for a specific time at a very specific area, you can do that, but you can't just leave it open-ended. It can be for that and you go, okay, I have this information and this ties in with this. Now I can go get a warrant and I can go this way. But they're just leaving open-ended, which is the problem with the Flock system and all these other companies. Okay. At this point, I'm using Flock as a generic term. Okay.
Right.
For the surveillance. The fact that the police departments can go in and just blanket look at anything they want, just type in a couple of things. I'm looking for a yellow F-150, late 80s, early 90s, that's kind of lifted. And the AI will search everything they got and pull it up. Yep. And it's like, what in the hell are we doing?
He's absolutely right. If they make the camera viewing a public privilege, we are screwed.
Oh, yeah.
Because then you don't need a warrant at that point.
Nope. No, you don't, because
anyone can use it.
And
that's why it's super important to get this shit shut down, because it legitimately is a violation of the Fourth Amendment. You do have privacy, but it's expected privacy while you're out in public. If it's constant surveillance all the time, day in and day out, that's not expected private. That's not expected.
There is that, you're out in public.
But they're following every single thing that you do.
Yeah. They have the ability to look at what Wi-Fi signals that you're emitting, what Bluetooth signals you're emitting.
What songs you're listening to, because they can see everything.
Yeah. They also have it where it does facial recognition, and they're watching and they're tracking everyone's faces and stuff. And I got a video on that. I'll show you that here in a few.
And they can tell what headphones you own and what make model they are.
Oh yeah.
You think they can't just do that with that? They could do it with phones. They could do it with your car. They could do it with any of it. Your car emits that frequency.
Correct.
And they could tap right into your car, and they know exactly what your make, model of your car is and what features that car comes with.
So Flock also has a drone. Did you know that?
Yep.
Okay. Now they're
supposed to be deployed if a camera gets messed with. or other things. But
a gunshot or an accident, a 911 call, whatever.
Yep.
You can have a drone flying over you before the police ever show up.
mhm. And you'll never know because it's up far enough that
Well-
you'll never know.
They can read a license plate at 2,000 meters away.
Mhm.
Or is it 2,000 feet? I don't know. It'll play on the video I got on that.
But
in
can
a
you
second.
imagine? Like I've had a drone, and I've had one that was probably about this big. Okay,
Yeah.
and it was a good drone. Like
Yeah.
it had like a 5 or 10 mile radius on it, so I could fly that sucker for a minute, right?
Yep.
You know, but something that's this big in size at 300 feet in the air,
300 feet, 1,000 foot?
300 feet, it's going to be difficult to see.
It's
You're
going to be
talking about
difficult to hear. They're so quiet.
That's a football field.
Those brushless motors are freaking amazing on how quiet they
the
can be.
blades make more noise than the damn. You know what? All 4 of those blades rotating around make more noise than a motor will.
Correct. And
So
being
at
that high
three-
up, you're not
three-
hearing nothing.
5,000 feet in the air, you're looking at a little pin dot, and
Yep.
you're not even sure what it is.
Yep.
So nobody's even going to know. And then the only way you're really even going to know is if it's nighttime and they have one of them little flashing lights on it.
Which they can turn off.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to because it's against
FAA rules.
the rules. But yeah, they
It's
can put those on.
FAA because in order for me to have been able to fly my drone over to mom and dad's house, I would have had to have had a license.
Yeah.
I could have done it illegally, but I just never,
Yeah.
You're also talking about $1,000 machine that I was very new at, and I didn't want to fly it that far because I wasn't that experienced.
Correct. The biggest thing with the drones is if you are making money utilizing them, then you have to get a special license. But a lot of these smaller drones, you can do whatever you want with them as long as you're not making money. Okay. Like for your business. Hey, I'm looking at someone's roof. Technically, if you are doing someone's roof and you are utilizing the drone footage as part of the business, you should have a license.
It's the same thing when real estate agents do the same thing.
Yes. They're supposed to have a license to fly that drone because they're making money off of it.
Well, because what a great way to show the house and what's around the house. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's a great thing, but again,
Yep. So if you really want to go out there and make some money, go get your drone pilot's license and get certified and just pimp yourself out. And you can make some money utilizing the drone.
yeah, if you're making money, daddy government is making money. You're damn right they are.
So here's the thing. We have people like this lady that's going to be talking here in a second that say that Flock is good. They're not here to look and spy on you. They're here to help us out and for safety. And maybe that was the initial intent, but I can tell you that's not what's happening.
She drank the Kool-Aid.
Or she's getting paid. I'm
That's-
telling you, there's a lot of people that will do some shit for some money.
That's very true.
Yeah.
You can't pay me enough.
Hey, that's the truth.
You
Let's
can't
see.
pay me enough.
Well, that ain't it.
There
There
is,
it is.
there is an amount ever that would get me to do that.
Let's see. Can I make? There we go.
Oh boy.
Do you ever feel like you're watched?
That's the panic behind a new fear sweeping across America. People are freaked out about surveillance from our employers, our nanny cams, and our phones watching our every move. And right now, this anxiety is being taken out with electric saws and cans of spray paint on tools used by law enforcement to keep us all safe. The target.
Okay. First off, she just named all the other stuff that's spying on us on a regular basis, and like, but that's the evil stuff. What we're doing here, we're just trying to keep you safe.
There ain't no difference.
flock safety cameras. In upstate New York, someone cut down a flock safety camera with an electric saw. In Oakland, California, another was covered in paint. And in Idaho, someone rammed one with their truck. And in good old Florida, a man just sits in his lawn chair with a cardboard held up for the...
Fuck yeah.
That's an
keep
American
it.
hero.
That's right.
That's what we need to do when we retire. Find us a damn flock camera and sit there. Drink whiskey and live.
Hell, he's got it made. All he's got to do is just turn around and go fishing while he's doing that.
That's true. He really needs to be turned around anyway because gators, he's down in Florida.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
gator water. That gator sneak up on him and he ain't going to get out of there quick enough.
lens. Since January, roughly 23 cities have canceled their contracts or shut off their flock cameras.
God bless them. Every one of them cities. God bless them.
Over Fourth Amendment concerns. There's even an open source intelligence website, DFlock, that's
Yes, I have that. Do you have that yet?
No.
No?
I'm waiting because...
Oh, it's free. It's an app. It's an app. Yeah. That way you can see what's around you, how much your little town is putting them in. I doubt they put any in yet, but hey, guess what?
finding these cameras so people know exactly where to vandalize them. Here's what's actually under attack. In 2025 alone, the system helped locate 10,000 missing.
Bullshit. That's been debunked. Complete bullshit.
About 27 people a day, or about one every hour. Over 40% of agencies said Flock helped recover over half of the stolen vehicles in their jurisdiction.
Also debunked. Also debunked.
Goddamn AI cameras can't even figure out the letters.
Correct. Now, what they're doing is they're manipulating the numbers so that they can put this out and go, hey, we located this, that, and the other, which is not true. What they've done is the police looked at it and they happened to utilize it and just to cross-reference. They didn't utilize it as the tool to go do it. It was a cross-reference like, hey, there is a camera over here. Can we just take a quick look and see if they went this way? Yeah, they did go that way. Cool. And used other means to track 90% of this. Oh, and this infant one?
In Indiana, an infant abducted at a shopping center was found in under 2 hours.
Not because of the flock cameras. Again, that was another one of those, hey, let's just cross-reference. It wasn't because of the flock cameras that it happened. Complete bullshit.
In Ohio, a missing girl was located in under 30 minutes. And this is the tool that people are treating like the enemy. It is
It's not the enemy. It is what the enemy is using against us.
It's fair to have concerns about how companies use and track our data, but that's not what these cameras are for. To be blunt, they're not interested in you, unless you're a kidnapper, a thief, or someone who intends to do harm. Do you ever feel like this?
Why do I just want to
Punch her in the face?
No, well, that's a nice. I wanted to throat punch her, but whatever, same thing.
And the thing is, I am almost certain that entire video was AI. But if it's not,
I can't really tell one way or the other because I just don't watch enough of it. So, I mean, unless it's blatantly obvious, it's kind of hard for me to tell.
yeah. Benny is going to have to go over to game night and maybe see the cousins over that way, unfortunately. Outside of that, Benny, go boy. Go hit the button. Tell Mama you want to go for a walk. He likes to hit the buttons.
Yep. Jazzy whiskey sours.
What's up?
Jazzy was asking what we were drinking today. She came in a little late, so she didn't get to see what we were doing.
I'm finishing the maple. I'm out of it now. That's all that's left, and that's going to be gone here in a second.
I'm going to start my fourth one.
It's going to be very quickly dipping into the Eagle Rare.
Here.
Cheers. And I might need another ice cube.
I'm
Damn.
on my second one.
Um, it Flock. The reason I played that video first is so that the next two videos here highlights how it's bullshit and how they're not as good as they say they are. And it's not the tool that's not good, it's the people utilizing the tool. Okay.
What do you have on your desk?
Who?
You.
What do you
Every
mean?
time you move just a little bit, or you tap the desk, I can hear tick, 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 tick. Yep.
You heard
It must be the mic.
It's got to be the mic because there's nothing moving on the desk. So I apologize for the noise. Anyway,
I just happened to notice it just now, so it's not like it's been there forever.
yeah, I don't know what it is. So anyway, the here, let me just play this one here because let me back up. It's the tool, right? Okay. If I hand you a tool and say,
Tool.
that is a tool, okay? But if I hand you a tool and say, hey, I want you to fix that pistol, and I don't show you how to use that tool correctly, what do you think is going to happen? Could you get lucky and do it right?
You could. But it's going to be misused.
Exactly. Okay. What happens if I give you a tool like, I don't know, like the adjustable wrench and say, hey, look, you don't need to go get any other wrenches because this one right here will do everything you need because it adjusts itself.
I'd probably laugh my ass off.
Okay. And I'll tell you that there's a lot of
simple-minded people that would believe it. Yep.
Absolute. They're like, just give me the adjustable wrench. I'm like, what are you doing? That is not the right tool for the job. Sure, I just adjusted to it. I'm not a mechanic. And that drives me absolute batshit crazy. I have had one of my guys hand me an adjustable wrench, and I went, go put this fucking thing back now. Go get me the right one. I'm not saying that it doesn't have its place. I'm saying absolutely not. What do you got there? It's a screwdriver. That's a flathead.
Here, I need you to tighten the screw on my lens here.
Yes. The arm is loose. Fixed it. Yeah. You gotta have the right tool for the job. And you have to teach them how to use the right tool.
Still, same thing.
That's a lot closer. Still too big.
It's still too big.
Correct.
Okay. So with that being said, you can have an adjustable wrench and it will fit the size that you need. Okay.
But it's not going to be tight enough, and it's not going to have the torque that you need.
In a lot of cases, if it's torque specific, yes. But what I'm thinking more specific even than that is if you have a space like this and like this to get something in,
absolutely,
you can't get something that's this freaking big in there.
I am so glad that you and I are on the same page with that. I cringe at the adjustable wrench in 99% of everything because
I need you to
Dad actually told me you need to use the right tool for the right job.
I need you to take this big fat marker here and write me a 10-page essay on here.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Yeah. Not going to work.
I need 100 words on this page.
You realize how big and fat this thing is?
Ask my proctologist. All right.
I don't have my other Sharpie in here. I do somewhere, but I don't know. I was going to give you a size comparison, but it's basically
Right. No, absolutely. Absolutely.
you can't. There's some things where you have to have very special tools
Yes.
in order to get into to tight places. And
That's what she said.
okay. Now, on the other hand, you can have all the space in the world you need, and you could have this, and it would still be wrong
Yep.
because it needs to be wider and it needs to be longer.
And it needs to have a little bit more girth.
And it needs to have a spot to put an 8mm or 10mm wrench on it to give you more leverage.
Correct.
For torquing.
Yes. And a lot of people don't realize that some screwdrivers are designed specifically to attach a wrench to in order to get the torque you need.
The leverage you need. Yes.
Man, I did learn something, Pop. I don't know what I learned, but I did learn something.
Girth.
All right. So this is a guy here that was pulled over. Oh, that's not it. Where did he go? No, there he is. He got pulled over because his license plate was registered as a stolen plate. And this drives me nuts because here's the deal. It can happen to you and it can happen to me so easy.
Oh yeah, it's not just you and me; it's anybody.
Yeah.
This isn't the only one that I've seen this way.
I think I've got two of them here.
There was another lady that was driving an SUV.
Yeah.
And she got pulled over for the same thing where it came up as a stolen plate. Not only did they put her boyfriend in cuffs, they also put her ass in cuffs, and the kid that was in the back seat they had to deal with at the same time, only to find out that once they ran the plate on a second go around, that it wasn't stolen.
Yep. So
and the cops like,
we're sorry.
Shit. Yeah. Well, this just happens, this, that, and the other, and everybody just kind of sloughed it off. It's
here's the
screw
problem.
you. Screw you. If you get information off of a flock camera like that, this is a stolen vehicle, you need to do your due diligence as a peace officer, get behind that vehicle and run that plate a second time to make sure that the AI camera didn't screw it up.
Here's the other thing with it.
Because at that point, if it does come back stolen, now you had a legit reason. But if it doesn't, you can just break off and go do something else. Leave them guys alone and let them go about their day.
The only way it's going to stop
is to get rid of it all.
The only way it's going to stop is if, and I'm not typically like this.
You're not advocating for it.
I'm not advocating for suing people. I hate those fucking idiots that run around and are sue happy. Here's the problem. In certain circumstances, you have to be sue happy in order to get the point across. Stop doing the bullshit.
Yep, absolutely.
And I understand that. And as much as I hate it, because there's too many people that are sue happy over bullshit. Okay. And you might be completely innocent and you're going to court and you're proving yourself innocent. You're still spending your own money in order to prove your innocence, which is horseshit to begin with. But in cases like this, it's like I got pulled over. I got accused of something because they used a flock camera. Turns out didn't happen, but guess what? I'm going to sue the department because they didn't do their due diligence above and beyond a stupid flock camera.
Agreed.
And I think that's the only way it's going to happen. You have to go that route in order to turn around and have the police go, maybe we need something other than a flock camera to ensure that we are pulling over and arresting or even putting someone in cuffs, even though we let them go after the fact. Because right now, they pull you over, they detain you, they can turn around and let you go, and nothing happens to the police department.
That's right.
Nothing happens because they're like, oh, we were investigating something.
Because what would it have taken? Now I don't know the time frame on what it would take for a peace officer to get said plate, call it in and say, hey, can run these plates and let me know what's going on.
Correct.
Because of this, and this. Maybe it could be expedited a little bit faster, maybe not. Maybe it's not handled that way. I don't know. But what would the time frame be for the officer himself to just go, I'm going to step back. I'm going to do it the way that it should be done.
I'm going to be a little extra cautious on this.
Yeah, because it's coming. I mean, and maybe that's what they'll start doing now, even though they shouldn't be doing it at all because of this flock camera bullshit. But
the only way it's going to happen is if enough people sue in order to get them to take that second look. Right now, they're not taking that secondary look.
Nope.
Okay. This is why I say that the police department needs to drop the flock as a main source of information and use it as a supplementary and do their job of the investigation. When I was a PI,
that's part of it. If they're going to use that tool, use your investigative skills.
Yes.
Get behind them. Knowing that the system is flawed, get behind them. Run the plate. If the plate is the same as what is quote unquote stolen, then continue on with your stop. But if it's not,
well,
here's break off from that and you're done.
Here's another issue with that is some of the things that are being shown as stolen via flock are being put into the system that the cops are utilizing. And it's not until secondary searches are coming up that they realize, oh, there was a mistake with the flock camera reading the plate incorrectly.
Hence the reason why I say the cop needs to look at the plate visually and call the plate in and say, hey.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The flock camera is saying the flock camera itself took a look at the plate ABC123, okay, and dictated that plate ABC123.
The B was actually an 8.
Correct.
Right.
And that's where the problem is it's going over and the police are just, it's getting pulled up and that's what they're looking at. They're like, well, this is what's coming across my little computer.
It's coming across as A, B, C, and not A8C 1,
Correct.
2, 3.
Yes.
So
because of the flock camera reading it wrong.
They should be calling it in saying, this is the plate that I have, A, B, C, not A8C 1, 2, 3. This is,
and the system on the back end needs to be verifying that what flock pulled in is like, hey, yeah.
But even if they're not looking at this plate number on their computer as A8C and it's ABC, they should be looking at the plate, calling in their dispatch saying, this is the plate number I have. Is this correct?
Is it actually stolen? Can we do a secondary look?
Correct.
And Mama T is correct. Being put in cuffs can be very traumatic. Okay. Now here's the other part of it. Okay. Not only with the anxiety issues, but think about this. You got little ones in the back seat.
Well, then
you got yanked out of the car and you got put in cuffs. These little ones are looking at it and they're going, these cops pulled over mom or dad, put them in cuffs, yelled at them, pointed guns at them.
They're going to have trust issues.
Oh, absolutely. I don't trust the cops.
Yep.
Okay. And here's the thing. There are so many cops that I know personally that do not like the flock system. They're like, I do everything I can not to utilize flock because it is flawed. I use anything else other than flock because the heart of everything is doing it the right way. And if I'm infringing on someone's rights in order to get information, I'm not doing it the right way, even though it might be the right thing to do morally. Like, hey, look, this person did this. I'm trying to catch them. Okay. I'm going to use that as a last resort. I'm going to use everything else.
You want to do it the right way.
Yeah.
It's just like somebody fixing a car. You want to do it the right way. Treat a customer's car as you would your own.
Yeah. The point I'm trying to go with on this is, as a private investigator, okay, I have to record everything that I saw. Okay. When I was doing it, I recorded everything. One of the things is it is view from public perception. Okay. If I'm on the street and you're doing something inside your house, okay, and I can see it from the street, that's plain view. Okay. It is plain view. Now, here's the thing. I can't take my camera and zoom in to see what's going on inside the house. Your eyes don't have that ability to zoom in, right?
That's right.
So it's not plain view.
Yep.
Okay. So there are certain restrictions that I had to follow. Could I zoom in, get your face, and then zoom back out and go, I confirmed who it was that was doing the dumb shit inside? Yes, because I can see them doing dumb shit inside. I zoomed in, got their face, and zoomed back out, and I was in the clear. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The point being is you have to follow certain regulations and certain rules in order to make sure that you are up and up on what the situation is. Flock isn't doing that. Flock is an AI who makes mistakes, can't tell an 8 from a B, can't tell a 1 from an I. And
Can't tell a 0 from an O, even though that's not possible.
Correct, because there is no O's in most places.
And they may
It's
not
only
be able
zeros.
to decipher a Z from a 2.
Correct. Absolutely. And that's how you get people like this that got pulled over and accused of having a stolen vehicle. We're going to play this right here.
Stolen license plates in our system.
Are you serious?
Dozens of drivers nationwide say they're being unfairly pulled over, some even at gunpoint.
Keep your hands above your head.
Due to alleged misuse of Flock Safety's license plate readers. And it's not just mistakes causing concern. This week, 3 Georgia police officers were added to a growing list of cops accused of misusing the camera technology to allegedly stalk citizens, including ex-wives and girlfriends.
I don't think that Flock created police abuse.
I mean, can you put yourself in those women's shoes?
No, it's horrible, and I apologize.
Do you know who this guy is?
That's the CEO, and F that guy, because that son of a bitch right there has backpedaled so far. It's so disingenuous, in my opinion.
He is backpedaling while moving forward.
That guy is a piece of shit. That guy, I saw this little interview here.
Yeah.
I saw him in his interview. There was nothing he said that convinced me that he was genuine in any fucking way whatsoever.
Yeah.
That guy, that's the same guy that said that the people that are coming up with the
deflock, they were
terrorists. That were terrorists.
Yep. Absolutely.
And
he walked that back
too.
He walked that back too.
Oh, I bet he did.
Yep. And O'Neill's right.
He doesn't want to look like the bad guy. Well, screw you. You are the bad guy.
Yep.
You can't dish it out. Well,
you know what they don't have in his...
I guarantee you what they don't want. He don't want cameras anywhere near him, does he?
Absolutely not. And they proved that.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah. There's another YouTuber that's out there who actually went to, because Flock is based here in Atlanta. Okay. He figured out where Flock was at and tried to record people, and the security and everything's like, you can't record, you can't. It's like, hold up. Why not? I'm in public. Yeah. He goes, I'm in public. I'm not doing anything that you yourselves are not doing. No, you can't do that. You can't. It's like, yeah, I can actually. And it was a shit show of what they were trying to do. It was amazing.
Yeah, that guy.
Take
That guy.
enough responsibility soon enough.
I think hindsight is a brutal tool. Of course, we could have done more earlier, and we listen and we learn, and we'll continue to move forward.
In response, CEO
Continue to move forward. We're listening. We're learning what we can and can't get away with.
Exactly.
And we're going to circumvent what we can't get away with, and we're going to learn from that, and we're going to keep going.
Garrett Langley says he is rolling out new safety measures, including cutting data storage time from 30 days to 7. And in January,
So the storage time that like the police could pull the video and hold on to it and have it referenced was for like an entire month. And this is how they were getting away with, hey, I'm looking for my ex-girlfriend, I'm looking for my ex-wife, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that cute girl I pulled over fucking 2 weeks ago.
What difference does it make if it's 30 days or 7 days? Because all you have to do is look it up and record it and keep it for yourself, and you have it for as long as you want.
Correct. But they were...
The system itself only holds it for so long. I get it, but
yes,
that just means everybody's going, oh, well, we need to enact this a little faster. Maybe we'll get lucky.
that's the other point I was going to make.
Oh, yeah, we got lucky. So now I've got that. Now I can keep that for as long as I want.
Yep.
Flock will require all of its roughly 6,000 law enforcement agency clients to opt in to what's called audit assistance, which flags any potential police misuse.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. What's that saying? If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Yeah, I believe that.
Why didn't you make a requirement as soon as you created the technology?
We've evolved there. We've always said we want local control.
Bullshit. I'm raising the flag. Bullshit.
think it's up to our elected officials to decide how long is this data retained.
But who is...
If it's up to them, they'll keep that shit forever.
You are a private entity, sir. It is up to you to determine how long that information is retained, unless asked equivocally to have it retained via a warrant for longer. That's my opinion. That's all it is an opinion.
It shouldn't be there, period. That's all there is to it.
Actually looking at this data and why? We put it to the test.
We entered the license plate of this CBS News vehicle into the website, Have I Been Flocked? It turns out we had.
Have you tried that yet?
Actually, no. You're going to have to remind me because I'm going to have to check that.
Yep. I can tell you that one of my vehicles is an absolute no, and the other one was kind of inconclusive. So I'm going to look at it again in about a week and double check it.
But you have 3.
Yep, I didn't look at the other one because I didn't know it off the top of my head.
Oh.
This plate was searched 4 times in a 2-week window by the Jackson County Sheriff's Department. We asked why. They didn't respond.
If you find out that a specific police department has pulled your plate once, okay, whatever. Maybe your vehicle looks like another vehicle that they're looking for. I get it. But if it's pulled 2 or 3 times, I think you should be able to ask, and you should absolutely 100% get a response on why your plate is being looked at via flock. Am I out of bounds on that?
Who's that?
Who's what?
At News Now and me? Welcome in.
Oh, this is Katie Zed's brother. News Now
Oh.
Enemy.
For some reason, that's the first time I think I've seen it.
I don't think he's been in here often. I think he's been here once or twice before. News Now Enemy.
Well, thanks for joining.
I have no idea why. That car has been used for reporting trips for a small team of reporters. It's unsettling.
Yeah. I'd be curious to see their response.
Since January,
No, you
50
wouldn't.
cities have canceled contracts or stopped using Flock's cameras over privacy concerns.
I hope more cities. I hope more counties. Do you remember that sheriff last week?
Yep. There is just no genuine. There's just no. I don't even know how to even say it. The guy is just so full of shit. It's stupid.
And let me take devil's advocate approach on this one.
You can do whatever you want. The guy, when he speaks, it just shit comes out of his mouth. As far as I'm concerned,
I think, and I believe, he initially started this entire thing with good intentions. I think, and I believe, okay, so that was the devil's advocate part, is his initial startup reasoning for all of this was good intentions. Mind you, Flock is not the first LPR system out there that gained information on people.
right? I understand.
Let me explain this real quick. LPR cameras are used by businesses across the nation. Your Walmarts, your Targets, your Lowe's, your Home Depots, okay? They put these cameras up.
How about airports?
Airports, okay? They're putting these cameras up so that they can get information on their customers as well as those driving by the business so they can send flyers out to those homes for those people.
Yep.
They are looking for information and they are specifically designing flyers to go to certain neighborhoods that are, let's take a neighborhood that's affluent, okay? They're going to send flyers out to that neighborhood based on the traffic flow. They're going to send flyers out to that neighborhood for higher end items for home improvement projects. Take a less affluent neighborhood, they will send flyers specifically out to those neighborhoods based upon traffic flow for lower end projects for those neighborhoods because it's within their price range. It is something that is done on a very, very regular basis. Let me give you another example, okay? Long before I even knew about LPR cameras, okay? And this was probably at the very beginning of people playing with the LPR cameras. Target just cameras within their store and AI, the very basic AI within their actual website and everything, okay, was putting together profiles on people. They would tailor coupons to different email addresses and home addresses and stuff based on what you searched. Now, let me give you an example real quick. This dad opens up the flyer, and it is a whole bunch of stuff on pregnancy stuff. And he's like, what the fuck? Okay. Asks his wife, what's going on? She's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Has no clue. Turns out, daughter's pregnant. Here's the thing. The daughter didn't know she was pregnant. The daughter had symptoms, sick, okay, nausea, other little things, and she was kind of like looking stuff up, like, how do I get rid of this feeling? How do I get rid of this feeling? Which is also the same symptoms that pregnant people had. Target went, oh, you're looking at these symptoms, which also correspond with these symptoms. Guess what?
We're going to send you these.
You're pregnant, so we're going to send you these advertisements too. Because 80% of the people that looked at this, there you go. That was back in the early 2000, prior to 2010. This was back in the day that it came up. What do you think the information they can gather now with the LPR cameras? Household income. Okay. They know if you have kids that go to school or not.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, how the hell do they know if I got kids that go to school off an LPR camera? It's because of traffic pattern. You leave your house at 8 a.m. You drive by this camera. 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, you drive back by the camera in that same area because it's on the other side of the road. Okay. And then 2:30, 3 o'clock, you drive by the camera. 10, 15 minutes later, you drive back by the camera. You drop kids off and you pick them back up because that's when school gets in and that's when school gets out.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, what about the guy that goes to work at he leaves for work at 7 o'clock, drives by the camera, and then he comes home at 8 o'clock. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that means he works approximately this far away because of traffic pattern. This is when he gets home, so he works. We're just doubling, some information on that. He may have picked up some dinner or whatever the case is. And they're like, okay, well, he lives down this way or he works down this way. So now we're going to check these other cameras that we've got in place. Yep, he drove by here too at this time. So that all makes sense. And he goes into this neighborhood. So guess what? This neighborhood is affluent. This neighborhood does this. Okay. We're going to send him advertisement on golf clubs. Because when he relaxes, guess what? We want him to be able to go out and golf or do this or do that. It is absolutely crazy what the LPR cameras and the information that these businesses are able to gather. And this is just for their own personal stuff. Imagine the information that LPR cameras can gather on you when it is not personal and it is for we're trying to connect you with a crime. We can put you in a place that you never were.
Yep.
Because you drove by there. You drove by here at this time. You drove by. You must have been involved in it. That's called shitty detective work. And they're using the least possible means to get the job done instead of actually doing the work to actually make sure and verify and all that other stuff.
Well, that's just like me as a mechanic. Your alternator's shot.
Yeah.
Stop charging your battery up. But guess what? I'm going to sell you a battery.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because
And
it's the easiest thing to replace.
And
a
in
battery
what, 3
is
weeks?
far easier to replace than an alternator is.
Yes.
So I'm going to, and not 3 weeks. That next freaking day, you're going to come back with the same exact symptom because your fucking battery is going to be dead because the alternator's not charging it.
Yes. Side quest tangent here. Okay. I tried to call you and I tried to call Pops earlier today because I was having I wanted to bitch. That's basically what it is. Okay. The Jeep, I'm trying to replace the headlight in it. Okay. It's one of them HID weird ass headlights or whatnot. You can't get. I'm not a big dude. I'm like 5'9", 200 pounds. Okay. But I can't contort myself to get this light in and plugged in and put into place with these little fucking bullshit clamps the way it's supposed to be, whether I go from the top or the bottom or anything. And I am pissed that they don't make vehicles like they used to where you had enough room to work on the damn things. to replace a freaking headlight. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it. I was just going to bitch and moan and be done with it, and I didn't get a chance to, and so I just bitched and moaned to myself for like 10 minutes and then went over to the mother-in-law's house.
Remember how I had to take the bumper off to get?
I'm not taking the fucking bumper off to replace a headlight. That is bullshit, and you know it.
The bumper and grill have to come off to get the headlight out.
No.
Yep.
No. I am contorting and ripping up my arm in order to get it in there in order to do it. And the thing is, I got it hooked up and the damn thing still won't work, and I don't know what the problem is. So I got to quit driving it when it's dark out until I figure it out. The other headlight works great.
So
the daytime running light works great.
I'm going to take another trip. Done. Sold.
Okay, cool. Are we taking the bumper down in the whole front again?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
It's not that fucking hard. It's just not.
Eat a bug. Eat a fucking bug. All right. Anyway.
You saw how long it took to get the bumper off?
Yeah.
It was minutes.
Like 30 of them.
No, it was not.
Actually, it took that long to put it back on.
No, it did not.
Yeah, it did. We because we're trying to figure out where the clip went. We're like, how do we get this clip in here? Oh yeah, that's right. It'll probably be faster this time because you've done it recently. But all right. Anyway, this is about another innocent person, and these people are actually held at gunpoint.
See you later, bud. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it.
There it is. And I believe Pops actually put me onto this one here.
There's a robbery, there's a burglary in progress. The police officers used Flocked to try to determine who was in the area. The woman was tracked down by law enforcement. The Flock system provided her license plate and make and model of the vehicle. They track her down. They stop her vehicle. There's like 4 or 5 police officers. They they remove her from the vehicle. She kept her calm. She kept her cool. They detained her, asked her questions, and it turned out, guess what? They got the wrong person. It was misidentified. Now, from a civil point of view, who are you suing?
From a civil point of view, that's still a very difficult case. The officers have the right to rely on information that they receive on their monitor that is in the computer.
They should have the ability, and I'm taking this from a legit officer's standpoint. You are given the information, okay? This is what we're looking for. Now, the officer himself may not have looked this information up. This is what this officer...
That I can see.
This is what this officer was given, okay? You're looking for this vehicle, okay? It's called a Bolo. Be on the lookout, okay? Bolo. Be on the lookout for this car, all right?
That's different. I understand that.
And that information was provided to the officers. That is what these officers were provided. There was a robbery. They were given this information. They found this vehicle. Based on the information they were given, an armed robbery, they pull up and they are, I am telling you that the officers did nothing wrong in this case based on the information they were given. However, how do we keep this from happening again?
Get rid of the cameras.
Get rid of the cameras. How do we get rid of the cameras? The only way we can do that effectively is when something traumatic happens like this, we have to be able to have a solid recourse against either Flock or the police department. If we go after the police department, they're going to quit using the Flock system because it's giving them wrong information. Okay? Is it going to stop them from using other means of wrong information? No, not necessarily. Okay? But it very well could stop this type of erroneous actions from actually happening, because now they're not using it as a first source of information. They're using it as a secondary or, tertiary source of information to, they're not like, oh, I'm relying only on Flock. No, we can't do that. Okay. Now, the police themselves, those officers that
I can't use this tool to do everything on a vehicle.
correct.
That you just can't. And
Right.
that is a very handy tool. Just
Yeah.
so everybody knows, this little thing right here is a very
Absolutely
handy tool.
phenomenal.
I have one in my pocket every single day. But this is not an end all be all tool.
Yep.
And it is not my number one tool to go to.
So,
computer system, a mistake is not actionable. If the damages were significant enough, then yes. But a detainment for an hour, 2 hours,
Really?
overnight, the damages aren't such that it would really civilly be worth.
That's upsetting to
bringing.
me.
Yeah.
I feel it's going to happen.
It could be
and-
potentially a class if you have
Yeah.
thousands of people that
Yeah.
this is happening to. But if you have 10, 20, 30 people, is probably not worth.
So the public's taking the hit. This thing is trending so
An
fast.
hour is
Citizens
too fucking long.
yes, but people are staying overnight.
Fuck that, dude. You're getting sued.
And it's going to get thrown out.
My time,
There's a
my
group-
time is worth money, bro.
Unless
That's just all there
there's
is
a
to it.
large enough group, it's going to get thrown out.
You're not
And
only
that-
you taking away my time, but you're taking away my time. You're taking away my time from my family. You're taking
Yeah.
away time from my home, my peace. Fuck that, dude. That's bullshit. These goddamn motherfuckers got to realize that people's time is worth something.
And I forget who said it, but it is better to have. I'm going to find the quote before I say it, because I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it's wrong. I'm going to say it wrong, and it's going to come off the wrong way. But I'm going to find that quote.
aren't having their ability to have any remedies to it, any protections. There's a robbery, there's a burglary in progress. The police officer.
So the deal is you have to be able to have some type of recourse. And right now, the amount of people that it would require for us to have that recourse is too many. Okay. We need to be able to take that number down to the 10, 15, 20. Okay. And be able to say this small amount is still too many people.
Oh,
And there has to be a recourse to it. Okay. A one-off here, a one-off there, that's different, but they're using one-offs as 10s, 20s, and 30s. Okay. And I think that's way too many.
Absolutely agree.
So
it still goes back to an hour or two is still too much of my time that you've taken away from me, because that time I could have been spending
doing something else.
doing what I needed to be doing, and or
I could have been going to work, making money to feed my family.
I could have been going home to my family to spend time with my young child, my wife.
No, but I was in jail. I couldn't go to the softball game that my kid's in.
Yeah.
I couldn't go to the rehearsal or
that
the
time away
graduation.
from me because of a mistake that you guys made. And I'm not going to blame the police officers in this particular case, because they were given the information.
But the police force, the police department, okay, again, it may not be the officer specifically,
no,
but it is the department that needs to be held accountable for using
I agree,
information.
100%.
So
you should not be using that as your number one source of information.
Correct. All right, I'm going to play this. If I can figure out how to do it.
When you call 911, could a flock drone be the first on scene? The answer is yes! Introducing Drone as First Responder Tech. I'm here in Newport, Rhode Island, where these guys just got approved, but they are popping up everywhere. The FAA has already issued over 1,000 waivers for DFR programs. Since early 2025, it's been ramping up. Police have long used drones for search and rescue and recon missions, but this is very different. These are autonomous drones that can fly at highway speeds. They can read license plates from 2,000 feet away. For context, and obviously it links into Flock's database, which reads 20 billion license plates every month. Flock says these drones don't patrol and only respond to specific calls, meaning 911 calls, but also license plate reads and gunshot detection. Obviously, being able to get eyes on a 911 call within about 90 seconds could be ridiculously helpful for overworked officers. But what's happening here is more than that. Lots of other companies are producing similar tech, but cities are fast-tracking Flock contracts. Over in Connecticut, Bridgeport got $500,000 from the state and wrote up a 50-page contract before even talking to the city council. After major public backlash, they'll probably have to give the money back. For Newport, this system ties in neatly to their 5 Flock cameras, as well as the other 290 located across the tiny state. Flock leverages their existing relationships and massive surveillance database to get these contracts all across the country. A database that is massively mistaken. Of those 20 billion reads per month, an estimated over 1 billion of them are wrong. A database that's also massively abused by bad cops. 1, 2, 20 in Georgia, and the feds. Flock says that the cameras are just the beginning. So wherever you live, you should be asking, what exactly is the end? When you call 911...
Just in Georgia alone, over 20.
Last I heard it was 28.
Like I said, just in Georgia, over 20. Is that, a little alarming? I think so. I think that should be one of those things that we need to look at and go, this is way too much of a happenstance. We need to back this up and regulate this a little bit more. And again, it comes down to, like we talked about last show, electing the correct people as our sheriff.
Yes.
Electing the correct people as our mayor. Electing the correct people into our city government that are willing to stand up and go, no, we want these out of here. And here's the thing. Once you say, no, we want these out of here, you spend a little bit of the money and you pull down those cameras and you pull down the solar panels and you mail them back to Flock. I think that's what needs to be done instead of destroying them. Take them down, mail them back to Flock headquarters. Don't destroy them. Take them down and mail them back to Flock headquarters. If your city has said, no, we don't want them.
And no means fucking no. Don't just leave them the fuck there.
Right.
Get them the fuck down and send them the fuck back.
Yeah, we don't want them. Okay. And I say
ultimately, though, realistically speaking, the city has that right because Flock doesn't own the land it's on.
Right. Correct.
So the city will most likely own the land that it's on.
Or the private business that they put it on, that all the city has to do is go, hey, did you request this camera to be here? No, you didn't? Okay, we'll take it down.
But if the fucking business did request it there, then, that's a whole nother scenario. But
correct.
In this particular case, if the city owns the piece of property and they say, well, we want it out, it sucks because the city now has to pay somebody to take that down, and then they have to take the time to send that back to them. So who are they charging to do that?
Well, the city takes it down, but what they do ahead of time is they say, we have voted, we don't want this here. You've got 30 days to pull the cameras down. If you don't pull them down, we will remove them and we will charge you rent for housing them. Just like if like a tow company, okay? if you got a certain amount of time to come get your car, otherwise they start charging you daily.
Yeah, no, that's the way it should be. I think they should I think they should be able to figure out how to either charge this bonehead CEO guy, the flock company, the money, or be able to.
Also,
they should just be able to take them down if they just don't want them there.
Also,
not just hey, I don't want them here, and then now I have to wait for you to get rid of them. In the meantime, you're like, man, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and that's it. Yep. Nope. You got X amount of time, and get them out, or we're going to take them down, and then you're going to be responsible for paying my guys for doing it, and because it's not going to go on the city, the taxpayers, and we're not going to pay for it, so you're going to pay for it. And then you're going to have a bill for it.
So the other thing is, if it's on private property and that company did request it, then that camera must be facing that company's property and not public property. Let's say Mr. Z Incorporated has a business, and my business has requested to have a flock camera, okay, to be utilized. That camera needs to be facing my business and my business only, because I requested it for my business. It should not be facing public property or even private property for that matter, unless it's my own.
Right. I agree with that.
So, now this is the one camera system that is being incorporated into all other of the flock camera systems. Okay. And this is called Flock Condor. And this is the one that's got the facial recognition. This is the one that is most interesting to me, because this is the one that can cause the most issues that are more like, I'm trying to think of that movie. It had Tom Cruise in it. What the hell was it called? Anyway, I'll think of it here in a second.
Have you heard of
Minority Report? That's what it was.
Flock Condor.
What's that, like a new cereal or something?
Are those the ones that actually track people as they move? Like
there he is.
As they move?
That's
so Flock has the Flock cameras that read the license plates, but they have a different version of a camera. Imagine you're walking and on a light pole, there's a camera up there, and it moves? And it moves and it tracks you. That is what's called a Flock Condor, which tracks people.
Yeah, somebody's going to have to get sued for that. This cannot be the new norm. The freedoms that we have, we celebrate them every year. But yes, we're also taking away a lot of our constitution.
We need people like you protecting them.
And it just really is disheartening to see that our politicians are allowing this technology to be a part of the government.
All for a fucking buck, dude.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Fucking bullshit.
That's all it is. That's it. That's it. The entire thing is for money. Money and power.
Yep.
People will build it for money, and the government and people that want power will
utilize it. Yep.
Yeah, pay for it and utilize it. Absolutely. So, all right. We kind of drove this fucking horse right into the ground and didn't give him any water. So we're going to change course real quick. And right before we call it a good evening, because we've been at this for a couple hours now. It doesn't feel like it's been a couple hours, but it has been a couple hours.
Yeah, it does.
The video I'm going to show you is the epitome of a guy that only wanted to make one trip. This is the guy that will walk outside to the back of the car and load up every grocery bag on both his arms and walk it all in at once because he doesn't want to make a second trip. Okay. This is the guy that will pull his lower back taking 4 bags of trash to the dumpster because he doesn't want to make more than one trip. Okay. I've been there.
I'm guilty.
I'm going to say this guy probably needs to take more than one trip, though. I can't see this guy not getting pulled over at some point for what I'm about to show you. You tell me, okay? Because I just can't see it.
Got a vehicle in the back of a box truck on the back of a trailer. Okay. Yep. And he's got a Toyota on the back of a semi on the same trailer that the cab over and the box truck's on. And then the semi. And then the semi. Yep.
This is fitting. How do you fit your balls on the highway, bud? Now, I personally...
That's a Toyota in the back of that box truck, too. Toyota Tacoma. Tundra, semi, and another semi. And then, oh yeah, a semi towing all the rest of the shit.
So, I've never towed anything like that, even remotely close. I can't see it being legal.
It's legal.
It is legal.
Yeah, if he's not over height and he's not overweight, he's fine.
That just doesn't seem safe.
Why not? As long as the load is secured, he's fine.
Did you see the vehicle in the back of the box truck? It was secured by a freaking ratchet strap on the back.
You don't
from the
know
top
what
to the bottom.
Yeah, but you don't know what else is back there or inside of the box truck holding that truck inside.
I've been in the back of box trucks. You don't put another vehicle in the backs of a box truck unless it's a Mini Cooper. You don't know.
He's got a Toyota Tacoma in there. Obviously, it fits. If it fits, it ships.
All right, fine. I still can't see it being legal. All right.
He got away with it, so.
Well, he got away with it long enough for the video to be taken. I don't know if he got away with
I got to imagine, because I've seen that kind of setup. Now, not necessarily that particular setup. That's pretty ingenious.
Yeah.
With the stuff that he had there, he was, I don't even think he was probably even close to 80,000 pounds. But it depends on the permits, too. I mean, if he's got a permit for it, he could, there are guys out there running 200,000 pounds out on the road. So,
all right. So, one thing we didn't do at the beginning of the show that we normally do is this day in history. Okay.
Nope.
And Pops brought it up, and I'm kind of glad he did, because
it slipped me.
We've only missed it a couple of times. Okay. August 22nd, this day in history. 1485, Henry Tudor defeats Richard III at the Battle of Bosworth Field. The battle signified the end of the Wars of the Roses, a civil war between rival English factions that had lasted 30 years. Henry's victory put an end to the I don't even know how to say this damn word. Holy cow. Henry's victory put an end to the Plantagenet dynasty that had ruled England for over 3 centuries. I've never even heard of that. That's interesting. During the battle, Richard divided his army, which was larger than Henry's, allowing Henry's men to command the battlefield. When Richard led his knights in charge toward Henry's position in an attempt to kill Henry, they were trapped and killed by Henry's men instead. The battle was later immortalized in the final act of William Shakespeare's play, Richard III, in which the king delivers the most famous line of, a horse, my kingdom for a horse. So, 1642, the English Civil War breaks out. Charles I raised the royal standard at Nottingham in defiance of the English Parliament. Supporters of Charles I, called Royalists or Cavaliers, and supporters of the English Parliament, called Roundheads. They met in several skirmishes over the next few months. By 1645, Charles' forces were defeated and he was captured. He was executed in 1649 for treason. So 7 years later.
Oh.
Let's see here. 1851, the U.S. schooner America wins the first America's Cup race. So the America's Cup is a boat race, and they're called schooners. It beat out 15 other ships in a race around the Isle of Wight, finishing 8 minutes ahead of the next ship.
Holy shit.
When Queen Victoria, who was watching the race, inquired who was in second place, the famous reply was, "Ah, Your Majesty, there is no second." Because that's how far back they were.
Wow.
Let's see. The dreaded Geneva Convention. 1864. The first Geneva Convention is signed by 12 nations. The convention was proposed after Henry Dunant visited wounded soldiers after the Battle of Saferno in 1859. It governed the treatment of sick and wounded soldiers on the battlefield and was the basis for all international law overseeing armed conflict that have come since. So, military has a very popular saying, it's never a war crime the first time. Okay.
Well, that's true.
You know, the other thing is with the Geneva Convention, okay, the military's got to play by those rules, but here's the deal. Let's say that a foreign entity invades the U.S., okay? While the military has to abide by the Geneva Convention, civilians don't. So while the military can't use certain types of ammunition, while the military can't use this, that, or the other, the civilians don't. I bring this up in the aspect of if someone were to invade the U.S. Now, here's the deal. The U.S. has gone into, along with Britain, along with Australia, along with most other countries, okay, into Iraq, into Afghanistan, into Somalia, into all these other places, okay? And while initially we are fighting other militaries, okay, civilians do get involved. And they don't have to play by the same rules. They can use, ammunition that shreds through the body, okay? I'm not talking like a shotgun. I'm talking like turns you into freaking hamburger meat, okay? They can use something like that. They can use explosive devices that would be outlawed, by other military forces, okay? The Geneva Convention is very, very good for protecting wounded and the dying of military members from other military members and holding those accountable, but it has nothing to do with civilians. And that is something that a lot of militaries forget when they go into foreign lands, is the civilians don't play and they don't have to play by the same rules. Okay. On top of that, if you are not part of the Geneva Convention and you didn't sign the Geneva Convention, you don't have to play by those same rules.
The Geneva Convention only works against those that you are fighting against that have also signed those rules. So it sucks when you go into conflict and you have signed the Geneva Convention and you're fighting someone that did not sign the Geneva Convention, and you still have to abide by those rules and they don't. So that's just a little food for thought there. 1906, the first Victoria record player is manufactured. The Victor Talking Machine Company of Camden, New Jersey, developed the Victrola, which retailed for $200 and was hand cranked. $200 in 1906.
That's a bunch of money.
Yeah. I'd like to know what the conversion rate for that would be. Maybe someone can look up what is $200 in 1906.
Or do that.
$200 1906 in today's money. Let's see here. Hold up. O'Neill the Welshman. Police don't have fire when fired upon. Police just need to be aimed at. And that's true. And I don't think that's wrong. I think it's wrong to put our servicemen in that situation. But I don't think that is the wrong stance to have for the police. But also, I firmly believe that even as a civilian, if you are aimed at, you should be able to fire back before they pull the trigger on you.
Absolutely.
So, all right, what do you got?
So, $200 in today's money would be $7,420.40.
Damn, that's a lot of money for a record player.
$7,500 back in 1906.
Wow.
You was wealthy as fuck back then if you got one of them.
That's a pretty penny for a record player.
Yeah, that's wealthy.
Let's see here. 1922. Anti-Free State nationalists assassinated Michael Collins. Collins, who had led the Irish Republican Army to fight the British to a stalemate, supported a treaty that allowed the British to keep 6 countries in Northern Ireland. To keep 6 counties in Northern Ireland and designated the rest of Ireland a free state. The treaty sparked a civil war. Collins, leader of the pro-treaty faction, was gunned down by nationalists as he traveled through County Cork. So, let's see here. 1989. I was still in school. I hadn't got out of school yet. I was still in school. Nolan Ryan reaches 5,000 strikeouts.
Wow.
Okay. Nolan Ryan is the GOAT of all GOATs. Nobody can touch his records. And when I say he's the GOAT of all GOATs, I mean, I wish I had all the facts on Nolan Ryan at the tip of my fingers on this. He has records that legitimately no one can touch because of how long he played. Like, number one, he played during seasons where they had more games. He played where he didn't have to be out a minimum number of games before coming in and pitching again.
Right.
Okay.
It was before they made that ruling.
Correct. On top of that, the no-hitters that he pitched, even at an advanced age, people aren't touching that now. They're not even getting close. Okay. In 1989, he reached 5,000 strikeouts. Ryan, a pitcher for the Texas Rangers at the time, struck out Ricky Henderson of the Oakland Athletics. After the game, Henderson was quoted as saying that if Ryan ain't struck you out, then you ain't nobody. Nolan Ryan struck out Dude, and later in his career struck out Dude's son. That's how long he played.
That's crazy.
And I think he actually had a no-hitter on Dude and turned around and had a no-hitter on Dude's son. I'd have to double check that. That seems to be in the back of my head. He was unreal. I don't know how many birds he hit with a pitch, but I do remember Randy Johnson playing for the Arizona Diamondbacks making a bird fucking explode on national TV.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was amazing. I don't know how many Nolan Ryan did. I just remember Randy Johnson. Was he 6'10" or some shit like that?
That's one of those 1 in a fucking billion shots, you know?
Yeah, but
that happens like every 2 centuries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just not gonna
Now, so not only did you have that with a pitch, but I've also seen multiple people with golf clubs hit birds out of the air.
Oh yeah.
Dink. And I'm going, how? That's lucky as all get out.
Well, but then you're also talking about a controlled environment too.
Oh, with
baseball, it's a controlled environment. There's not going to be. I mean, there's going to be birds there, but they're not going to be as present as a
birds out in a golf course, right?
Yeah. So
yeah,
that just go freely. I mean, not that they don't go freely when they find a place in a dome, but
yeah. But no, it's
they're just not as prevalent.
Correct. And the last thing is for today's date, August 22nd, in my book, This Day in History. The Scream and Madonna paintings by Edvard Munch are stolen at gunpoint. 4 men later convicted for the robbery, and the paintings were recovered in 2006. So,
nice.
That is This Day in History. What do you got going on next week?
I'm off next weekend, so I know that I don't really have a whole lot planned. So hopefully it's going to be kind of an easy week. But I do know that our anniversary has come and gone.
Yes, it has.
And we didn't get to do anything. I did take her out to dinner. But,
Good.
We are with the bills and everything that we just had, and
Katie Zed just had a birthday.
I'm going to try and get the camper set up and ready, and hopefully keeping my fingers crossed that we can maybe in September. What was that? Memorial Day? First weekend of
no, that would be Labor Day.
Memorial
Day's in May.
I'm going to try and take that weekend, even though I work Saturday. I'm going to try and take that weekend and take the camper out and take her out, and that'll be our little weekend for our anniversary. So
Yeah, you had a wedding anniversary.
and I was
Mom and
wrong.
Pops.
It was 8 years, not 9 years. It's 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah, that's it.
Mom and Pops had their anniversary.
50.
50.
50.
50. Yeah. Katie Zed had a birthday a couple of days back. And then Uncle Fu had a birthday.
Yep. Happy birthday, Uncle Fu.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's August is a big month for a lot of people. Not any major holidays, but I think that with the anniversaries and the birthdays and everything that happen in August. Okay. So let's see. August is what? Month 8, right?
Yep. 8.
So if you go 9 months before that, a lot of people were doing some stuff in December.
When it's cold out.
So
got nothing else to do to stay warm.
Yeah. So August is full of birthdays, apparently.
Oh, the taser gloves.
Okay, so O'Neill, the taser gloves, I have seen 2 different versions of them. One version, I can tell you, just horse pocky. Just it's all bullshit. Okay, the way that they're designed and everything, it's going to be used on yourself more than you are going to use it on other people. The second set.
No joke, eh?
No, those look fun. So that's actually a good one to look into. Do you want to look into that and you bring it to the table?
I wrote it down, so I'll have to take a peek at it. See
Okay.
if there's anything I can find out on them.
All right. Let me know if you come up with anything. And Jazzy said they just had their first anniversary not too long ago. Huh.
Was it August?
When was it? I don't know if I have that one in my calendar.
I know I don't. Only reason I can keep mine straight is because it's 8/18/18. And if you do it the other way, it's still 8/18/18.
Yeah. So happy 8th on 8/18.
Yeah. No shit. That should have been better than the 10.
Yeah. Jazzy, send me the date of yours if you would. I will say that you sent me a article on the trucks that are being used in Texas with the equipment that's being put on it from Israel. Okay. And I've looked into that, and it's really not a whole lot different than some of the stuff that's being utilized in other states that is more homegrown. Just the fact, though, that July 16th. What else is July 16th? July 16th. That's another date. We have to remember that. But anyway, the equipment that they're using is nothing new. It's just the fact that it's being used by local police instead of more of a federal institution. And again, that goes into the Fourth Amendment, surveillance and this and that and, whatnot. Anyway, not to get into all that all over again. We can do that at a later date. But yeah, for me, myself, what do I have going on for the next week? Just a lot more work. Going to get rid of this damn dumpster in a couple of days. I've let a couple of my neighbors know, hey, I got this dumpster. Like, yeah, we saw it. I got room in it. If you want those stuff in it, we're like, yay, thank you. We got some stuff. So I have a lot of foot traffic and whatnot from neighbors throwing some stuff into the dumpster and going from there. So Outside of that, I know Sis said that she might have some stuff to throw in there or to bring over this way, but, we'll see. Outside of that, it's just work for the next couple of weeks, just trying to grind it out and get ready. I know in late September, I will be taking a hiatus over a weekend. There's a reunion type deal that I'll be going to up in Tennessee. A bunch of us Marines from Japan. We're going to be going and meeting up, and we're going to go up to Tennessee and a couple of cabins or a cabin with a lot of rooms or some shit. I don't know. I don't have all the details on that just yet, but we are going to be going up there and spending a specific weekend up there together, which some of them I haven't seen in 30 years, and some I've seen a little bit sooner, more recent. But yeah, it'll be good to go up there and see them.
I'll be taking a hiatus too in November. So
in November,
first portion of it. But
hey,
I'll get more details on that a little bit later.
Yeah. So, but between now and then, I think there should not be much of a interruption in our show, if it can be helped. And we're going to be looking at probably trying to keep it 7 p.m. on Saturday.
Yep.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, you know what we got to do?
Where's he at?
Where is he at? Well, he happens to be. Not that one.
By the way, thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate it. Hit the like and share button. We're going to do everything we can to get to our 500 before whatever our deadline is.
Yep, I think it's January or February. I think it's supposed to jump significantly. So we'll see. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. We're not doing it for, we're doing it for us and letting you guys enjoy it. It would be kind of cool if it got bigger than that and we could do some more stuff and maybe.
I would love it because I'd love to be able to do all the different things.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be fun to reach our 500 goal, and we could have our smoking out contest, and it's not really a contest, just our smoke out and just hang out with y'all. Yeah.
So
I think it'd be even cooler if we could just do it together.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And
even if that means I got to load up my smoker and bring it to you. So
I can load. Probably be easier for me to take mine up to you.
I got a big truck; it'll handle it.
Yeah. So all right. Anyway, thank you again. We're gonna show this real quick.
I don't know how many of you are familiar with the .577 T-Rex round. Today I'm going to shoot it. That was amazing.
Every show. We have not failed yet. Every show. Thank you again, everyone, for coming out. We really appreciate you. I really hope to see you
next week.
And you and I really need to sit down and go over a couple of things as far as the store. But outside of that, thank you again for coming in. Thank you again, Hoopy Star. We appreciate everything you've done for the show. And Ace, thank you. Come on. We got to do this. Love you guys.
See you guys. Have a good one.